The resurrection breakfast. After Jesus rose from the dead, he appeared again to his disciples. This is what happened. Peter, Thomas, Nathanael, James and John the sons of Zebedee and 2 other followers decided to go fishing on Lake Galilee. They stayed out all night but did not catch any fish. Early the next morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples did not know it was him.
"Children, have you caught any fish?"
He asked them.
"No,"
they answered sadly. Jesus said to them,
"Throw your net on the right side of the boat, and you will catch some fish."
They did as Jesus told them, and caught so many fish they could not pull the net back into the boat. John the disciple realized who the man on the beach was.
"It is the Lord,"
he said with excitement. When Peter heard this, he immediately put his coat on and jumped into the water. He was so happy to see Jesus and wanted to go and meet him. The rest of the disciples came ashore dragging the net with them. They were not far from the beach. Jesus was waiting for them. There was a fire with fish cooking on it and some bread. He said,
"Bring some of the fish that you caught."
Peter quickly went and dragged the net up the shore. It was full of great fish, 153 of them, but the net had not broken. Jesus asked them to come and eat. None of the disciples asked, "Who are you?" They knew it was the Lord. This was the 3rd time Jesus appeared to the disciples after he rose from the dead. After eating, Jesus asked Peter,
"Do you love me more than these others?"
"Yes, Lord, you know that I love you."
Peter replied.
"Feed my lambs,"
said Jesus. A 2nd time Jesus asked Peter,
"Do you love me?"
"Yes, Lord, you know that I love you."
Peter answered.
"Feed my sheep,"
said Jesus. A 3rd time Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me?" Now Peter was sad and replied,
"Yes, Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you."
"Feed my sheep,"
said Jesus once more. Then Jesus said to Peter,
"When you were young you dressed yourself and went where you wanted. But when you are old someone else will dress you and take you where you do not want to go."
Jesus said this to explain how Peter would give his life for the gospel. Then Peter turned around and saw John the disciple, and said to Jesus,
"What about him?"
Jesus answered,
"If I want him to wait until I return, what is that to you? Follow me."
There were many other things that Jesus did. If all the stories about Jesus were written down, there would not be room enough in the world to hold all the books.